Hey guys, this is Chuxup, and today I'm going to be giving some noob advice on how to dock and undock safely. So this actually comes into play like in any space really, whether you're at a high sec vortec, null sec, or low sec. There's different ways that you're going to want to know how to dock and undock without getting popped, because there's certain times where you're vulnerable. It doesn't seem like you are, but you're actually vulnerable, like right on the outside of the station. And we've been spending a lot of time killing people that don't know these mechanics, so I figured it might be advantageous to those of us, those of you who are my friends, to know how to do this. Okay, so first thing I guess is undocking. So when you undock, there's going to be a couple seconds where you have time to react and make a decision. And so like right now, for like the undock, if you look at my overview, I'm 0 on the undock. And right now I can actually stop my ship, and I'm still invulnerable. So like no one can lock me yet until I do something, basically. So like, you see I'm still at 0 right now. It still says 0. So I can still dock right now if I need to. And this lasts for about a minute, I believe. So it's either like 30 seconds or a minute. So you can, if you want, these guys are my friends, but if they weren't, I might want to, if they were war targets or something with insta-lock, I might want to just dock up. Okay, the next thing is making a instant undock, which is like a safe spot that you can warp to directly off the undock. And it lets you, no matter what ship you're in, it lets you just instantly warp off the station because it's in the same direction as undock. So I'll show you how to do that really quick. So this is a good ship to do it in. It's fast, it's small. So wherever you undock, you don't change your direction at all. You just turn on your micro warp drive. And you're just going to let it go until you're about, it doesn't really matter how far you do it as long as you're in warp distance, but you can do it like 600k if you want, and then that way it'll be an off-grid. So basically what I'm doing is just undocking, burning straight out, and you can see my distance growing from how far I am from the station. I'm going to do this one at like 200 just as an example, but if I continued flying I would eventually go off-grid and you wouldn't be able to see any of this, and it would be, when I undock from the station I'll basically just warp off instantly. The thing with doing this further away too, that's maybe at like 1,000, 800, 1,000, is if there might, the other people who are trying to kill you might have the spot if you only have it at like 250. So, and then I'll call it like Echo 5 safe undock. And then I also have one that's a safe dock, which is a similar idea, except it's for when anytime I want to warp into the station, especially if I'm in a pod. I have a bookmark called a safe dock, and I have that. What I did is at one point I just flew manually into like the middle area of the station, and so you'll watch when I land. I don't land on the outside of the station. I land like well inside where I'm going to be definitely at 0 every time. I mean, you just spam dock and then you'll dock instantly. There's no way people can kill you. And so I'll show you how that undock works. And this works for like any size ship too, really. I mean, even if people are insta-locking, like you should always instantly warp because you're aligned going full speed when you undock. So if I go Echo 5 safe undock, warp.
Warp drive active.
I turned a little bit, so maybe I messed it up when I made it. So I might want to undock and remake that one, so I make sure I fly straight out. But what it should do is, right when you undock, it should just put you in a straight line. What might have happened is someone might have bumped me last time. Oh, more target tower. Here, let's see if we can kill this guy. See, he's still invulnerable because he hasn't moved or done anything yet, and he was able to just dock up again really quick, so he's not a dummy. But if he had decided, oh, I'm going to warp to something, and he clicks warp, if I'm fast enough at locking, That's not good for him. That's me tackling him, and then him having to really dock really quick before he dies, or figure something out, try to move away if he's gonna fight, or probably just try and spam dock really quick. But if we're insta-locking Thrashers, like that guy's gonna be, if we get a lock, he's dead, basically, is the way it works. So you don't want to, like the other day a Tango undocked from here, and he undocked, was going straight out, and we're all in like tornadoes and Thrashers, and he goes to warp to something probably like to this gate over here, and so he has to align, and even a small ship it takes a second to get over there, but he had to align and warp, and in that time that he clicked that button, we just all locked him and blew him up before he could do anything, before he could put on his reps, before he could warp, before he could dock again. It was just instant. Actually, I'll show you guys that kill. It's on here. Yeah, there he is. This guy we're at war with. So yeah, I actually didn't even get on it. I was too far. I unlocked, but I just didn't activate my guns. I wasn't even thinking. But yeah, so it doesn't take that much damage to kill even a Tech 3, And he even had 4 warp core stabs, so he wasn't. I don't think he was like pointed. He was just still. He wasn't prevented from warping off. He was just still aligning. He just died before he could do anything. So that was all guns killing him right there. So yeah, that's why you want to have your instant undocks. Be smart about when you undock. Some stations too, like this one isn't really one, but there's stations that are called kickout stations, and those, like the second you undock, you won't be 0 anymore. So this one you can find like where the barrier is, where you're not 0 anymore. What I mean by 0 is it says 0 meters right here, which means you can dock. You have to be at 0 to dock. So like right there you see it increase to, I'm 5. If I try to stop right here, you can kind of see like right where I'm at. Like that right there is the edge of where the station is. So it's basically, the thing is, this station is probably like this thing right here. Is kind of like the station block is kind of like this probably. And so right there I'm at 0. And if I move out just a tiny bit, I'm now off the station. So what we want to do is have people in like stabbers with like 100 MN afterburners or whatever at an angle like this. So when a guy undocks and something, if he's not really paying attention, you have that stabber fly down, boom, and you can boom knock him off, and he'll go flying off the station. You get people out here webbing him and tackling him. You can kill him out here. So remember that that's all stuff that can happen to you. That's all stuff that you can try to use as your tactics against the enemy. I hope you learned a lot, and keep watching the videos. I'm going to be doing maybe 1 or 2 more today. These are especially for the B2 Cobalt guys, the guys in the Cobalt Collective, our new kind of starter corp. Get them familiar with PvP, get them stoked on getting in on some fleets and getting some kills with us and stuff, but also, make sure that everyone kind of is on the same page, and we're all here to help each other learn and get better. So I hope this helps. All right, have a good one.